Hey everyone, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in to a video that's going to be about some magnetic lash hacks and just wanted to share my results. Spoiler alert, most of these are successes, but there is one thing that one of you guys had actually asked that I try. Turned out to be a little bit of a fail. So let's get to them. You know what? Let's start with that fail real quick, shall we? Just kind of get it out of the way so we can really focus on the successes. The first potential hack was, could you use a magnetic eyeliner like the lash liner that I recently reviewed and have since fallen in love with, by the way, but can you use something like this to turn regular lashes into magnetic lashes? So I tried this. I took some lashes that there went that. Lashes that I bought off of Amazon a long time ago. I really do like these if you're into traditional lashes because the lash band's very thin. They're very much like an Ardell Demi Wispy, but are more tapered in the inner corner. Beautiful lashes. I just don't like messing with lash glue anymore. So I took some of these and I applied my lash liner eyeliner to, did I just lose lash? We are all over the place here today. Anywho, applied a little bit of this, well actually a good amount of this liner, as much as I could anyway, to get a strong magnetic hold to the band of this lash and let it dry. From there, I applied the same liner to my lash line to see if they would adhere, and unfortunately, there is little to no attraction between the liner on the lash band and the liner on my eyes. I really do think you need a more substantial magnet to make this happen. So I actually did look up magnets on Amazon, my go-to for buying pretty much anything I want to hack or craft. And all of the magnets looked too big. I think logistically what you would have to do to DIY your own magnets, a la Kiss or Ardell, something like that, is to buy a sheet of magnets and then manually hand cut, like with a box cutter or like a little like crafting knife sort of situation. Hand cut all those magnets out, glue them to the strip. I think you'd want to make sure it's like an eye safe or like generally, you know, somewhat safe adhesive to use to glue those magnets on. And at the end of the day, I think it's more effort than it's worth. So no, I have not currently discovered a way to make your normal lashes magnetic. Okay, now let's get on to the wins, which as I look at them are actually all just various ways to store your lashes in a better and or more efficient kind of way, because lash packaging can tend to be bulky as it is for the most part. There are some exceptional brands out there that don't add a lot of bulk, but especially with magnetic lashes, they include that stupid little tool that has never ever worked for me. So this will help you pare down the way you store your lashes. First, starting off with something that one of you guys actually suggested in a previous video I've made about magnetic lashes. I talked about how the Kiss packaging, although it's bulky, the packaging itself has magnets in it so that the full strip lash stays bent in the shape roughly of your eye, or a general eye shape, so that it's easier to apply and your lashes don't get like clumped and stuck together as you're storing them, stuff like that. I just really love the packaging. One of you guys suggested, hey, you have this magnetic eyeliner right now, just put a thin strip along your regular lash packaging and your magnetic lashes should stick to that. And sure enough they do, because you people are brilliant. So here I have my set of lashes from Lash Liner, which by the way, these are Seattle, but this is no longer what the style Seattle looks like. Just a disclaimer, I think they've turned them into a full strip lash right now. But I basically just took the Lash Liner, applied a thin strip there, and the lashes stuck to them naturally. I mean, it's a really nice, clean way if you want to keep the packaging. Like, this is gorgeous packaging, so I could see why you might want to keep things stored in here, especially because it fits your liner. That is something you can do. However, the thought, at this point, I have a lot of different lash styles right now, so the thought of doing this for every single one of my lash styles, it didn't cut down on the bulk, and it was a big waste of magnetic eyeliner that is still at this point pretty expensive. So I have two options, the first of which you probably won't have to buy anything to do as long as you have a free-form magnetic eyeshadow palette standing around. The ones that I prefer are from the brand Adept Cosmetics. They make some fantastic freeform palettes, which what I mean by that is basically you open this up and rather than being a structured palette where, you know, you have to stick eyeshadows in a certain place, they have to be a certain shape, it's basically just a magnetic sheet back here and you can arrange your shadows however you want. However, that means because it's magnetic that your lashes will also stick to these. So I will zoom in because naturally a black lash against a black magnet, not going to show up so much, but you do see that I have just used a chalkboard pen to write the names of the styles that I have in here. So you can just keep them, I mean, you can keep them with shadows like this if they're shadows that are prone to fallout. You might not want to if you travel with them just because your lashes might get dirty if that's the case. But the nice thing about this is not only can you keep your lashes nice and separate in one place, against this magnetic background, but you can manipulate them into the shape you want them to stay in so they're nice and formed that way. When you remove them, you can write your labels down. If it's a chalkboard marker, you can wipe it off super easily in case you want to change things around. And then because it's a palette, you don't have to worry about if you are going to travel with this or if you just want to kind of keep it setting around but you don't necessarily wear your lashes all the time. This keeps dust from getting on it or just anything from kind of collecting on your lashes, so you still have that barrier. The next solution is super similar but is more of a display piece kind of option because I came across this while I was at Michael's looking for that. I'm gonna blind the camera if I hold this up the whole time. But I came across just this silver magnetic board that obviously you can stick your lashes on in the same way, and then you can also take a dry erase marker to write the styles over top. Obviously this is an easier way to see the lashes that you have displayed and really see the shape that you can keep them in. But the downside of something like this is while it is super easy to kind of prop it up, you just kind of have it to pull out and pull your lashes from when you want, but it does lack the kind of lid, I guess you would say, that something like a palette might have. But I think either option is really viable. It just depends on how you want to store your lashes, especially because I bought I didn't have a dry erase board, so I bought this, but any dry erase board that is magnetized will work. So it's something that a lot of you guys might already have sitting around at home. You can just easily pop your lashes on there or write the style so you can keep things nice and organized without having a mountain of magnetic lash packaging sitting around. And that's it. Those are my tips. I hope they were helpful. If you were actually the people to ask these questions or recommend these techniques, thank you so much. I hope they were helpful if they were things you were curious about. And let me know if there's anything else you want to try in the comment section of this video. We can definitely do an updated version of this if you have some other ideas. And just in general, I hope this was helpful if you guys are finding yourself like me, becoming more and more obsessed with magnetic lashes, but coming up with these struggles of like how and where to store them. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.